It's been great helping students, seeing how they improve throughout the session, and just seeing they're more confident in answering certain questions has been great. And I'm glad I can help students get into the schools they want to. So there's three main interviews structures that they may pose in different universities. It just depends on the university itself. So you have the multiple mini interview, the panel interview, and the one-to-one interviews. And obviously each of them have their benefits, each of them have their difficulties. It just depends which one you're more confident with. But it's good once you know you have an interview to practice that specific interview structure, just because they differ quite a lot between them. So the multiple mini interview, they're just short stations. It can be up to 10, with different scenarios or questions in each. They just try to assess different range of skills, things like communications, ethics, teamwork, problem solving, empathy. And they usually last about 7 to 10 minutes. And as I mentioned, they focus on specific skills that the university wants to see if you do have, or things that they're specifically looking for, basically. Advantages, obviously they're assessing a wide range of traits, which in my experience reduces stress, because you might be a bit better at certain traits than in others, so you can highlight those traits more than others, but it will balance out. Obviously it's good to practice everything, but you might be better at some things than others, so you can show this in that interview. Challenges, it can be tiring. Obviously it can be up to 10 stations lasting 10 minutes, so it can go on for a while. But it's true that it's really fast paced, so it doesn't feel like you're there for that long. But it requires adaptability, because each station's different. So you might go from one that you're talking about ethics, and then you might go one that's about problem solving. So you have to be able to change that chip and be able to adapt to different scenarios. Then you have the panel interviews. This can be up to 4 interviewers asking you questions in more of a conversational type format, assessing same types of things: communications, your motivation to study medicine, your values. But in this case, the questions can be more of like your personal background, asking you about current issues in the country you're applying to, or more worldwide. I feel like it's also less stressful, because you can build some sort of like relationship or rapport with the interviewers. So it depends on the type of person you are, but that can make you feel a bit more comfortable. But it can be a bit repetitive. Some of the questions might be quite similar, so you might feel like you're answering the same questions, but you're not. That's just how the interview is set. And then last one is one-to-one interview. So this is just a single interviewer asking you questions. Same things, really, assessing your motivation, how well you fit into that university. The interview can last up to an hour, 30 to 60 minutes. In terms of advantage, I think it's more of a personal type interaction, less intimidated, because you're only one person. So if you feel like you've built a nice rapport with that interviewer, it might feel just like a conversational type interviewer. And it's true that it may assess less traits, because it's mostly more of a personal one-to-one interview, where they're looking at why you want, like, what's your motivation and what are your values. So, but it's still the interviewer is still trying to see how you can fit in their university, and so it's still assessing sort of the same type of skills, basically. So that's a good just summary of the 3 different types of interviews that you can come face to face in your university, and how